Hello and welcome to the new show in the diaspora and all over the world, including Kenya, our motherland. My name is FELIX NYANG'ATE, welcoming you to the new show called A Diaspora Heartbeat. And I'm here to tell you that we are going to be talking about issues back at home and the issues in the diaspora. Don't forget, we are still mourning. Kenyans are still in pain of what happened back at home. But before we go that, my name is FELIX NYANG'ATE. If you want to talk to me on Twitter, it's #FNYANG'ATE. And my guest tonight is none other than Mr. NYANGENYA. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you, Felix.
His name is NYANGENYA, and don't forget to tweet him. His account is
@BW'OMANGA.
@BW'OMANGA. You got that one. #@BW'OMANGA, and then you talk about the Twitter from the other side. So today, Kenyans are in pain.
Yes.
Last week, it's been somber mood all over. We don't know what is the situation back at home.
Well, first of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk about the situation back at home. I want to start by sending my condolences to the more than 147 students that lost their lives. Their families are in pain, relatives and Kenya at large is mourning. So I want to join other Kenyans at this somber time. Second, I want to say that the situation in Kenya, the security situation in Kenya,
yes, sir,
is alarming right now. Because what the Al-Shabaab have done, they have made sure that they are causing havoc in the country so that they can be able to execute their programs. They are making sure that they cause disunity and they leave us scared as a country.
Leave that right there, Mr. NYANGENYA. You said about havoc, but Kenya has had these issues since 1998 when we were bombed by those two guys who came to the American embassy in Nairobi. Since then, things come. Then we went to Westgate Mall. There's a lot of bombs that are happening around. Are we learning, or are we still very slow to learn?
1998.
Yes.
You are going away too far. Kenya has been very stable. 1998 to even to 2010, we were a very stable country.
Yes.
Till the time when now we started having grenade attacks happening in Kenya and the people being held hostage in the ocean, in the Indian Ocean, and that's when now our country went to Somalia to make sure that they bring sanity of the grenade attacks, which to me was a big success.
Yes.
Because of late I've never heard about the grenade attacks. But what I think happened is the enemy that we went for changed tactic. He moved from the grenade attacks, but now the direct kill.
But Mr. NYANGENYA, you're trying to tell me the enemy changed tactics. Is the Kenyan government very flexible, able to do this and move with the tactics that those guys are changing? Are we able to change tactics with the KDF and all the soldiers that we have in the country? Are we doing that, or are we just watching and doing nothing? Are we just using the old tactics and never changing?
Let us now get the facts first.
Yes, sir.
Number one, we had the grenade attacks. And those used to happen during the regime of Kibaki. And it was in that process that we had our KDF, our men and women in uniform, being sent to Somalia in October 2011. Since then, the problem subsided. But as I said, the enemy changed tactic. He went to the drawing board to think on how he's coming to attack us. When I was looking through the internet, I looked on the meaning of the word Al-Shabaab. Al means they, and Shabaab means youth. So Al-Shabaab is the youth. And to me, it is the youths who have been misused by the people who are the planners and the masterminders of the killings, the merciless killings we are having in Kenya. So the problem we have in our country, which our government is trying, is level-based,
yes,
to tackle, is the Al-Shabaab,
yes,
who have become terrorists. And you know, terrorists is a global war.
They're still terrorists. They're terrorists, right?
Yeah,
terrorists. Yes.
Yeah. Even the United States of America has been attacked.
Yes.
We have terrorists across the world. We have the Boko Haram in Nigeria.
Yes.
So we have had terrorism across the world.
That's right.
But what I think we should do as a country is coming up with a very good strategy. Like now, what happened in in the Westgate almost 2 years ago was a very good opportunity for us to run as a government or as a country. And our people
now hold that thought right there, Mr. Nyangenya BW'OMANGA. You're talking about Westgate. Where do you think the Kenyan government, or rather the KDF soldiers and everybody who was involved in that kind of situation, where did we go wrong, and how did we fail to combat that one, starting with Westgate?
We have never gone wrong. As Kenyans, we have always been coming together.
We always been right, right?
And you see how Kenyans have always been coming together, especially on times like that.
Yes.
What happened in Westgate, what I wanted to say is this. You know, the KDF were there for almost 2-3 days. They were trying to bring sanity at Westgate. They couldn't be able to because the training that they have does not match the training that the people who are supposed to handle the terrorists have. And that's the Wrecking Squad. Remember when the Wrecking Squad came to the Westgate, they are the people who brought sanity there.
Yes, sir.
And I want still to thank the KDF and the entire security system in Kenya because they are trying the best they can. But what I want to say is this. Did we learn anything from Westgate? I don't think we did. As a government. But as a people, somehow we did. What happened in Garissa, to my opinion, this could be the approach that the government will have.
Before you go to Garissa,
let me finish this.
Okay.
Let me finish this because I think it's important.
Yes.
Our students, our young boys and girls were attacked in Garissa at 5:30 in the morning.
That's right.
6 o'clock, the Wrecking Squad in Nairobi was put on standby. At 9 a.m., the Minister for Internal Security and the Inspector of Police left Nairobi to Garissa. What did he want to do? I really don't have an idea, but I think he went to give a statement or to witness. But he left the Wrecking Squad in Nairobi. Let me finish this. He left the Wrecking Squad in Nairobi. When he got to Garissa, the KDF were there and they responded very fast, but they couldn't do anything. These people are not well trained to tackle the terrorists. So the Wrecking Squad was in Nairobi. The minister is there. Nothing is done except people being killed. Then the Wrecking Squad left Nairobi at 11. They took 7 hours on the road to Garissa. It took them 12 minutes to bring sanity at Garissa. What does that one tell us? If these people went to Garissa on time, we could have saved a lot of lives.
And thank you guys, and thank you so much, Mr. Nyangenya BW'OMANGA, doing a wonderful job. Don't forget that this is the Diaspora Heartbeat coming all the way from 1901 East Arkansas Lane, and the place is Arlington, Texas, trying to tell you how situation back at home it is and how it is being proceeded back here in the United States of America. And don't forget to call us. 818-475-9201 is the number to call and talk to us directly and tell us what are your opinions about the situation back at home. Thank you so much. I'm seeing a lot of tweeters writing on my Facebook account on the other side. I'm seeing guys saying, you know what, Nyangenya BW'OMANGA, we are just there for you and you are waiting to hear what you guys are about to say. It's Balozo Hall. Don't forget that it's 1901 and we are here with the man called Nyangenya BW'OMANGA. He lives in Arlington, Texas, and we are talking about the Al-Shabaab and the menace back in our country. Yes, you talked about taking more than 7 hours.
Yes.
Going all the way from Nairobi to Garissa.
Yes.
My friend, is there any other means of transport that we could have used to get this Reke group?
Listen, Felix.
During
Chamori Day,
yes, sir.
We have seen, and the Kenyans and everybody else have seen a situation in Nyayo Stadium. We have the Kenya Air Force. We have the army. We see the commandos and the aircrafts. They are there. Assuring us that we are safe. I normally hear them saying, Mheshimiwa Rais, Mtukufu Rais, umeona hii ni jeshi ya angani inatuhakikishia ya kwamba anga yetu iko imara. Then I meant to believe that those aircrafts we see during the holiday celebrations, I expected them on Thursday last week when our students were attacked. I expected them to leave Nairobi at exactly 6. They go to Garissa with the Wrecking Squad. They finished that. Let me tell you for history, for record.
Yes.
When I read about what happened during the Kenyatta regime, Idi Amin Dada said the border of Uganda is in Nakuru. Then, Nakuru. Do you know what Kenyatta did?
Nakuru?
Kenyatta sent the Allied Squad. You don't know that?
That seems to be news.
Idi Amin wanted he said the border of Uganda.
Back in the days. Yes.
During, it's not the Uhuru Kenyatta I'm talking about.
Yes.
I'm talking about Jomo Kenyatta.
Thank you.
So Idi Amin said the border of Uganda is in Nakuru.
Yes.
So literally it means that I should be in Uganda right now.
So it means most of the western part of Kenya
you
should be on Uganda, and the part of Rift Valley you look on the other side.
Now let me tell you how the president responded. Kenyatta, he sent the airlight squad. They put the traffic uniform, and they went there with Mighty. And do you know what he told Id? That those are just the traffic police have sent. Id was scared, and now we have the western part of Kenya. In Kenya,
does it mean that UK is not able to follow his father's footprints and do the same thing? Because it looked like he was
not necessarily.
Yes,
not necessarily. But what I can say is this: the Al-Shabaab are trying to scare us. They are trying to choke with the mind of Kenyans. We should respond in the same way. If the airlight squad, the RECA squad, could have left Nairobi immediately at 6, latest by 7 they should be there. They could have saved a lot of lives. They could have executed and killed those terrorists. They crushed them. They could have sent a very strong message to the Al-Shabaab that Kenya as a country, the security system is all set, is prepared. There's no way we're going to defeat them. Just like college.
But Mr. Nyangenya, hold that thought like that. But this morning, you saw what happened to Foreign Affairs Secretary Amina Mohammed. She said that it takes a lot of time for those guys to go to the boardroom, try to discuss and get everything on the board before they can go and attack. And they say that KDF soldiers, they were already surrounding the building. But honestly speaking, with more than 5 hours, and the guys are being killed inside there, and you're just surrounding the building, is that justice for the Kenyans who are being killed, or something was going on?
Amina Abdallah, just like me, was giving out...
Amina Mohammed.
Amina Mohammed.
Yes, sir.
She was giving an opinion, which I don't regard as the government stand. She was giving an opinion. She's just a lay person, just like me,
yes, sir,
who does not understand security system. I also don't understand it very well, but this is what I'm thinking. If you take the way she was arguing and you put it into the context on the situation on the ground, you will say, I mean, wait a minute, that's not the way it should work. So I don't buy what Amina said, but I want to address the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta.
Yes,
he is the Commander-in-Chief.
He's listening to you.
Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Republic of Kenya. So I could have expected him to authorize, having heard the Westgate, having heard what happened in Paraguay, where we lost a lot of young guys there. I expected him to send the REC squad immediately. Number two, FELIX, and the people are watching me at this time.
That's right.
Let me tell you, if the president was attacked in Garissa, Amina could not be talking what she said. We could not have our security personnel not being prepared.
Do you want to tell me, Mr. Nyangenya, do you want to tell me that the president is so high over there, is untouchable, so he cannot be able to do anything? But
I hate the PL that works in our system.
Yes, sir.
And the president as the CEO of our country needs protection. And what I'm trying to say here is that we should provide the security that we are providing to our top politicians in the country, to the ordinary mwananchi the same way. We are the taxpayers. Our brothers and our sisters, like the innocent young Kenyans who are killed, they also need security. They need to be safe. Let me tell you, the people who have the solution to the problems facing in Kenya were killed.
So do you want to tell me the government has totally failed Kenyans?
I cannot use this scenario as a gauge.
Let me put it this way. Let me put it this way.
Okay.
Have they totally failed, or they are so slow to make the right position?
Let me say this.
Yes.
Terrorism is a global war that everybody needs to be involved. What I will ask the government of the Republic of Kenya is to involve all the stakeholders. Even what we are speaking here, you say the president is listening. Even what we are saying here is very important. It can help. Not everything we are saying here can help, but some of the things we are saying here, they can help. So let each and every person be involved and be given an opportunity to come up with a way we can solve the problem. I know they are trying their best, because If they are not doing what they are doing with the threats I'm seeing in Kenya, we could be seeing even worse. So I know to some level they are doing the best they can, but they need to pull up their socks because they've been given the mandate by the people of the Republic of Kenya, and the people of the Republic of Kenya need to be safe in their country.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nyangenya. As we keep on listening to this program, or rather looking at the program at the same time, I want to invite you guys to give out your opinions. The number to call is 818-475-9201. And don't forget, if you want to tweet Mr. Nyangenya BW'OMANGA, the hashtag BW'OMANGA, and my name is F Nyangate. You put an hashtag and it's going to be F Nyangate on Twitter. So you tweet us and talk to us. At the same time, those guys on Facebook, my name is FELIX Nyangate on Facebook. It's called NYANGENYA BW'OMANGA on Facebook. So I want to have a close look at what some other friends of mine all over the globe are talking about the situation back at home. I'm reading from Gideon Ogwoka Ogoti saying, unstable state is a big threat to development and stability. It is a critical topic to talk about. It calls for men to come out clearly to try giving solutions and less finger pointings. The peace, security we're lacking is a contributor of many factors. Terrorism is taking a very different and drastic move globally, and this is where we should add our statement to come together and assure the people safety. Good job, Advocacy Global Radio and Diaspora Heartbeat. Another one is Samuel Choroke. He says, I will miss the show, but we are together, guys, just to contribute. Kenyan government lacks commitment. They talk too much, but no action. They want soldiers to do work in an empty stomach. Hell no. They should give them motivation first. The government will pay for hospitals and funerals, of course. It's common sense. This is the same message over and over again. The growth of a nation starts by securing its borders. Or what do you guys think?
Well, it is so disappointing.
Yes.
When I realized that the Reka squad, the guys who went there and brought sanity in Garissa, are given 500 shillings. That's like $1,000 and those, less than $10. That's what they're given. That is very unfortunate. The government should set aside enough money for security. Those guys are working very hard, and they need motivation too. You know, when the Reka squad went there, they lost one of them. Somebody lost his life and was given 500 shillings for lunch.
Do you think 500 shillings is a good appreciation?
If you were listening to what I was saying, Mr. Felix, that is so disappointing. That is very disappointing. But again, it is the amount of money that has been set aside by the government for security. And that's how it's being used. The money cannot come from anywhere for them to be given. I want the government to set aside enough money so that those guys can be encouraged, can be motivated. We can have a lot of guys trained. Now let the KDF have the training, and that means setting enough money in security. The KDF be trained to tackle terrorists in the country. That's what I can say as far as the government and the money they allocate to security is concerned.
Another guy from Facebook, the name is Abid Mogoba, says, guys, a wonderful discussion, but I have an idea that is good for us to equip Kenyans with rifles, with guns, so that they can be able to protect themselves in case of any imminent danger that could be falling them. What do you think about that?
That's a very good idea, yes, but it shouldn't be the first thing that we need to execute. We should not give Kenyans guns first, because what will be the repercussions of Kenyans having guns on top of them, other than them protecting themselves against terrorists? What will happen if a terrorist come here and you have a gun and he is ready to die? Those guys were ready to die. What happens? What I'll say, as much as that will be a very good idea, but it's not the immediate thing to be done at this time.
What should be the immediate thing? What should be the immediate thing?
The immediate thing to be done, number one, is enough money to be set aside for security. Number two, now we know terrorists are all over in the country and they're eyeing us. They have warned us. They have told us that blood is going to flow like water in Kenya. What we need to do is to have the Reka squad ready. Enough money set. We have the choppers, the aircraft ready to go. The moment we hear they're somewhere, we go there, we get them, we kill them, and we crush them, and that's the best way to go.
Yes, it is. The man with two kissy names, BW'OMANGA. I don't know if he has an English name, but the man with two, he's here making sure that this place is burning like hot fire. Thank you guys for listening to us, and thank you guys for watching us. As I'm telling you, it's Diaspora Hit Beat. They call it Heartbeat, not Hit Beat. Don't get me that one wrong. Yes, thank you so much for listening and watching us all the time. Don't forget, it's gonna be coming to you all the way from Arlington, live from Balozi Hall. And now,
Felix,
yes sir.
Did you see the Kenyan law student from Nairobi? Is among the terrorists who were killed. What does that one tell you? It tells you that I told you Al-Shabaab means the youth. Our young Kenyans are the people who are killing us. Why? I don't want to say the government has failed. I want to say that the government needs to pull a bit salt.
Hold on that thought as we go into the break, Mr. BW'OMANGA. We will come back. Our young guys in Kenya, or the Kenyans themselves, are the ones who are killing us. We take you back to break, and don't forget, he's right here. The man with two kissy names.
NYANGENYA.
Yes, thank you back again to the Diaspora Heartbeat. We are here with the man with two names. They call them BW'OMANGA, and my name is Felix NYANG'ATE. I'll be your anchor today, and we're making sure that this program creates a big impact here in the diaspora and back at home. Guys, if you are listening, if you're just joining us right now, the number to call is 818-475-9201. Our studios are located in Arlington, Texas, the middle of Arlington, Texas. You go on Arkansas and New York. That's where we call Balozi. The address is 1901 East Arkansas Lane. If you want to come to the studio, tafadhali umekaribishwa. And Mr. BW'OMANGA, yes, back to where we left. We were saying about Kenyans are the ones killing themselves. Nini mbaya?
There's a lot of idleness in Kenya. And as I was saying, responding to Abiudi's question, you know, you asked, should we be given guns?
Yes.
Kenyans be given guns. That one will not solve the problem, because the problem starts from far. We have a young Kenyan who has finished university. He has no job. Then here is Al-Shabaab coming, promising him goodies. The guy ends up
a lawyer by profession. He was studying law. He is
the radicalized.
University of Nairobi.
Now he's coming to kill fellow Kenyans.
Yeah.
The government needs to look into the way to engage our young people. An idle mind is the devil's workshop. And I'm not trying to say that the young people should go out to the Al-Shabaab way.
So unemployment is the problem here?
But I'm saying unemployment is one of the key reasons why all this is happening. But again, let us set enough money in the security docket. We have the CID in Kenya.
Yes.
That is able to know what's happening. We have the international.
Talking about money. Uhuru Kenyatta said that he had said some 10,000 guys had been recruited, and then they were barred by the court from being recruited, and then they went back home. And now he's calling them back to the camps to say, you know what, this is the better way of going to solve the menace. Do you think that will happen?
When I think about what I told you, it's about psychology. Let me try to see how the psychology of the Kenyan government is working with the psychology of the Al-Shabaab. The Al-Shabaab, they have come and they have scared us. Yes. Everybody is scared, including you. Students are scared. Everybody is scared. What is the government doing? I told you earlier, if the government could have responded very fast, crushed the heads of those terrorists the way they did after several hours, but if they could have done it within minutes, they could have scared the Al-Shabaab. Now the Al-Shabaab are very happy, brave, courageous, coming out, telling us, yeah, we are taking responsibility.
And you see,
we are the people who killed Kenya, who kill your people. We are coming back to kill more. That's what they're doing.
And you see now we've even gone to Somalia immediately after the attack. We are on Somalia. They say that we've already bombed some bases for Al-Shabaab in Somalia. A good move or a desperate move?
A good move coming too late. That will have.
How late is it?
That one will have come. I'm telling you, Felix. I wanted I wanted that one to happen.
Yeah.
On Thursday by 7
7
a.m.
7 a.m.
The students who attacked at 5:30, latest by 7, our REC squad could be in Garissa, saved our students. Then if they start attacking, they could have gone there. The government is responding to scare the Al-Shabaab now. I don't think in my opinion, that is the best way. Calling the 10,000 young people to come, telling us that we are short of the security personnel, is not a good way to tell your enemy. In my opinion, that was not the best way.
So you think we're opening too much? Kenyans are opening up too much. Even what's supposed to be official secrets, they are getting it out there for even Al-Shabaab to learn what we can be, what we do all the time. Or are we?
Not necessarily. What I'm thinking here is the psychology of the Al-Shabaab and the psychology of the people who are responding with us now, as a country. How we're responding to Al-Shabaab. I think we are giving them more stamina.
So what you're saying is that the government, or rather the people of Kenya, are giving Al-Shabaab more information that they're not supposed to even to know.
I'm not talking about the information itself.
Yes.
I'm talking about the way we are responding to them. You are my enemy. When you are my enemy, you know, you are not even sure when you want to attack me how I'm going to respond.
Yeah.
But you want to know. So the moment you know how I'm going to respond to you, you will change your tactic, and you will respond appropriately, and you will beat me. I don't want the Al-Shabaab to know that as a country we are scared and we are threatened by them. I would like them to know that we are prepared to deal with them. If they come, we will catch them. I want that information to go to the Al-Shabaab. I want to see it. The moment they attack anywhere, it does not take hours. Our men are there immediately, because we have men who are capable.
That's right.
The REC squad is very capable. And you know, I've seen in the social media people saying that we should create a advanced drive for the REC squad, meaning they are not, you know, they are not well commensurated, which is a factor, which is a big factor. I saw my friend from Minnesota.
I'm made to understand there is only less than 100 REC squad people that we have on that group. My question is this: REC squad, 100 guys only, and then you have these things going on, and the ones who are going to be assisting. Can't we train more of those?
That's why I told you earlier that we need to set enough money in security. We have our KDF, our Kenyan Defense Forces, trained to deal with the terrorism, because if they go to the training, they'll be able to deal with it. People are asking what they're doing there, surrounding outside there, instead of going inside.
The KDF is the one that was surrounding.
Yes.
And then they were waiting for REC squad to come all the way from Nairobi by road.
They were not really waiting. You know, they were thinking on how they should respond. In my opinion, they were thinking on what is the best way they should go in. But still, because they're terrorists and they're not trained to, it was literally difficult for them to get in. But see, people who have the training, 12 minutes, everything's done.
Do you think we should have REC squad in every county?
We have them. You know, I was reading the news and they were saying that some of them are being given shoddy jobs to do. We should not even have them in every county at this time. What I can say is that let enough money be set aside. Let us have, you see here in this country, we have the lockdown training, even in hospitals. If an enemy attacks, we are trained. We're in the medical field, and we are trained.
Yeah.
If an enemy attacks, how should you respond? Let us have enough money set in the security. Let even Kenyans, all Kenyans, be given information. Let the media, let the AGR, let the media in Kenya be used as an avenue to even train our people. Basically, if you see a terrorist, if a terrorist attacks you, how do you respond? Our students who were attacked in Garissa, they knew nothing what they should do. They never knew where they would run to. And even if they knew, you know, it will take somebody 10 hours to be there. So if the people have the right information, if a terrorist comes, this is what you need to do. You run, you know, you hide yourself down, you wait for the security response to come. Our security system is responding very fast and appropriately. We'll be able to deal with that.
Let me read something here that I just saw on the media the other day. It's like they're saying, the court fraternity, they're saying that it's better for Kenya to pull out of Somalia. Is it the right thing to do, or is it wrong at the right timing? What do you think? What's your reaction towards that?
At this time, I don't want politics to take place or to be the center point.
Mr. Nyang'enye, should we pull out of Somaliland?
Pulling out of Somalia, you know, let me tell you, I told you we went to Somalia in 2011 in October as a country. In 2013, the African Union came in. Yeah. So we are not in Somalia. Actually, Kenya is not in Somalia. It's the African Union which is in Somalia. We have Uganda, we have Tanzania, we have Ghana, we have Nigeria, we have Ethiopia. So it's not Kenya which is in Somalia. When you are telling Kenyans to pull out of Somalia, remember we are the neighbors. Yeah? So it is the African Union which should pull out of Somalia, in my opinion. Yeah. So, but pulling from Somalia is not the thing we should be talking about. What we should be talking about, how safe is our border? When we are attacked, what should we do? We should send our young men and women in uniform. They should attack the enemy, they crush the enemy, they secure the peace, they secure the lives, and we earn the respect of the world.
Another thing, Mr. Nyang'enye, thank you very much. Another thing that has been taking a whole heat of debate is like Eastern leaders, they're coming out saying that they know these guys who are Al-Shabaab in those sites and they are ready to parade them. Is there something that we don't know, that they know? Or what reaction is on there?
The truth is, we're not operating on the same level. The intelligence that some of the Western countries have is sophisticated. United States, UK, but they were able to know.
But Mr. Nyang'enye, this is the thing. Yes. We're talking about Northeastern leaders who are coming out and saying, okay, you know what, we know who these guys are, and we are ready to parade their names out. Is it something that we should be worried about?
Kenyans know who these people are.
Yeah.
Period. These Kenyans who were killed.
Kenyans know them?
Because, you know, they said those guys were talking Swahili. So they are Kenyans. In Somalia.
So you think these leaders know these guys?
In Somalia.
Yes.
The main language that is spoken in Somalia is Somali and Arabic. But those guys were speaking very fluent Swahili, even than you. So they are Kenyans. Or they have been living in Kenya. And if you're living in Kenya, then somebody knows you. Who is this who is threatening that they are coming to kill again? Who is going to attack Nairobi? Yeah. It is somebody who is in Kenya. He's not going to come from Somalia. He's in Kenya. The operations are maybe the best in Somalia. Communication is done. We have people in Kenya. The Nyumba Kumi initiative, how did it come? It came because we knew that the people who are doing all these things are in our country. So people are in our country, and some people know them, and some people, whoever knows, who has the information.
Do you think they should parade the names out?
You know, in the medical field, if you see somebody doing negligence and you don't report, you are also responsible. If there's anybody who knew or who knows an Al-Shabaab and is not doing anything, he is as responsible as the Al-Shabaab themselves.
So you think these guys knew these guys just way before even the Garissa massacre, and then they kept quiet, and now they're telling us they're going to parade them? Is it too late, or rather should they go ahead and parade them and we know who they are?
We have the DPP.
Yes.
What I would say, let them go there, let them know what those guys know. Let us get that information. Let us work on that information.
Should these guys be prosecuted because of that? Hiding that vital information for the country?
You know, they said, I don't know what information they have. Let us know what information they have first. And if we find, that's up to the DPP, if they find that these people were holding very crucial information that could have saved the 147 lives, they're liable.
Oh, guys, I can't say it better than this man right here. He's making it very smoky. The room is becoming very burning all the time. I want to go back to Facebook and Twitter and see what your comments are over here. I am seeing many of them are saying, you know what, it's about time for Kenya to pull out of Somalia. Our people cannot continue being butchered like that. Kenyans, please, let us get out of that country, and it does not belong to us. And then they're saying, if America pull out of Somalia, this is a very hard one, America pull out Somalia, who are we to keep on staying in Somalia? And then another one coming here saying, you know, the main problem with Kenyan problem here is because of corruption. He's saying, you know, corruption is the root cause of all these issues. If we can be able to eliminate corruption, then things will be better for our nation and we'll be able to move forward. And there's no way that those guys at the gate did not know how these things got to Garissa. Do you think somebody had an idea how they got the machine guns and everything to Garissa, to the university?
Those people know Garissa University very well.
Yes.
The way they were executing it, they know it very well. Maybe some of the students are in the Al-Shabaab. I've read on the newspaper, more than 10 families have reported that their youths have disappeared in the last 6 months, and they don't know where they are. They are scared they may have joined Al-Shabaab. They have said it. It's in the media. So if you ask me, does somebody have an idea how the guns got to the university? Yes, somebody knows.
So you want, I mean, something is not adding up over here, because these are ammunitions killing 147 guys. Maybe big machine guns were even being used over there. Don't you think somebody inside there had an idea that there were things that were being stored over inside in the camp?
FELIX,
yes.
Nothing would add up. Nothing would add up till our response has become very rapid. Those people, they know we will take 10 hours to be there. So they are very comfortable. The moment they know if we hit, they will hit us back. They will be scared. The moment we send a very strong message that we are prepared, you know, they know that we were not prepared. They have that's what this incident tells us. Told them, Kenyans were not prepared. We will go and attack. They will take 10 hours. We have killed 147. That's when they will come. In any case we want us to die, we have executed our duty. Let the government make sure that the response is very rapid.
Do you think Olelenku was the problem? Former Minister of Internal Security, Olelenku.
You know,
is he the problem? Was he the problem and he was fired?
I'm looking at what people are commenting on the social media.
Yes.
I equally remember a lot of people saying that the Olelenku must go. But you know, it is not Olelenku that must go. It is not Kanseri that must go. It is not Olelenku who was a bigger problem, or Kanseri who is the solution. The solution lies to the structure.
Yes.
If we have the right structure in place, then this will not be a big problem. If the right structure in place, Kanseri should not be at the Wilson Airport heading to Garissa, leaving the record squad in Nairobi. We should be able to deal with terrorism in Kenya.
Thank you so much, Mr. BW'OMANGA. I know this is likely to take us a whole night. We keep on sitting here, we're talking about it. Guys are mourning, guys are crying. We're in a somber mood. The country is in black and white. We keep crying, but we keep on looking at one another as brothers and sisters, and we will always hold each other. We send our deep condolences to the families back at home, the families from Garissa. We know we are together. Tuko pamoja. I can't finish this without giving us a good opportunity from Mr. BW'OMANGA. When we come back after break, he's going to tell us a little bit about Vision 2020 that is coming to your doorstep very soon. Thank you.
Yanayojiri na hapa Bushi Global TV kutoka Dallas Fort Worth hapa mjini Arlington, Texas, ndani ya AGR FM.
Hello and welcome back. We are just on the last kicks of this program. The program is called the Diaspora Heartbeat. My host is none other than my good friend over here, and we are working to make sure that things go right. Don't forget, it's the Diaspora Heartbeat. The address is 1901 at Ballows Hall in Arlington, Texas. I'm just gonna go a little bit quick to the what guys have been writing on Facebook and on Twitter account. And if you forgot, our Twitter account #FNYANG'ATE, and on the other side #BW'OMANGA. Don't forget about that one. If you want to write to us and talk about the issue back at home, please do it. And I'm going to read something small from Honorable Dominic Mangerere. He says, if your enemy is secure at all points, be prepared for him. If he is in superior strength, evade him. If your opponent is a temperamental, seek to irritate him, pretend to be weak. And then he says that he may grow arrogant if he's taking his ease, give him no rest. If these forces are united, separate them. If sovereign and subject are in accord, put division between them. Attack him where he is unprepared. Appear where you are not expected. Let the Kenyan government change the tactics. Do we need to change the tactics?
Honorable Mangere is a good friend of mine.
Yes.
And what he has just said there, I read it on the book called The Art of War.
Atabo.
Yeah. And it is very true. Basically, what I've been talking about is what Nyang'enye has managed to summarize and put it there. Let me talk in the role the people of the Republic of Kenya can do, and also us here in the diaspora.
Yes, sir.
What we can do to help.
Yeah.
Number one, I said our young people are very idle, and an idle mind is the devil's workshop. We have a lot of organizations here in the diaspora. Let those organizations be able to help to create jobs back at home. Let the government of Kenya work with these organizations so that they can be able to have ways to engage the young people back at home so that we minimize the idleness in them. Number two, let the government of Kenya help the students. Do you know how many students we have who finish high school and they don't go anywhere? A lot.
Many of them.
I know we have a lot of tertiary colleges now, but let us be able to disseminate good money and a very good way, or a very good system that can be able to help these people be able to manage or get money that can take them to school. Lastly,
yes,
families are mourning. That one we should not forget. We're hurting.
Really bad. Yeah.
One of the students who died is a student from my former school.
Yeah.
And
actually, I'm gonna read one of the students who wrote a text message to her boyfriend just before she passed, just before she was killed. Her name is Akinyi. You listen to that just as you keep on talking about the whole scenario back at home. But this is it's all tough, my friend. Her name is Akinyi, and this is what she wrote. She's writing to the boyfriend. Aki babe, tumefikiwa ile cube ya Nancy wameshutiwa wote, akimtuombe wanakuja huku, sisi ndio next. Kwani uko nje kukoaje? KDF wako huku, Aki please waambie tunauliwa, Aki wakuje watusaidie babe, in case nikose kukuona tena, just to know I love you and I will always love you, Aki babe, bye. And she died. Her name is Akinyi.
May her soul rest in eternal peace. It's unfortunate. That's how a lot of people died. I read on the newspaper and it was so devastating that the terrorists could call the parents and they will tell the students to give their last prayer. Then they will tell the parents, now you can listen how we are shooting them.
Yeah.
Those parents, they are having very severe post-trauma stress disorder. The students of Garissa High,
that's right,
who saw how their colleagues were being killed, they are also going through the same. I will ask if there's anybody who is able to mobilize us, and I'm more than willing to work with anybody so that we can even set up the psych clinics for the parents and the students, because those people are going through serious trauma. If I'm going through what I'm going through right now over what I read, what about somebody who saw? That is very unfortunate. Those people, they need serious counseling. They will never forget it. They will never forget it.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And it's a tough situation. It's a somber mood all over the world, all over Kenya. We've been wearing black and white. We've been crying. We're out of tears, and we keep on saying, God, please come. This country needs you more than ever. Our country is always going to be with you more than ever. See, I cannot finish this show without going back to Nyang'enye BW'OMANGA to tell us something little bit about what he's been up to and what he's been doing for the great country of our Kenya with his Vision 2020. Mr. Nyang'enye, just a little bit about Vision 2020.
Thank you, Felix. I wasn't, as you can see, I'm dressed in prayer because I was not prepared to talk about Vision 2020.
Yes.
But yesterday, we received 40 computers from New York, courtesy of the good leadership of the team we have in DFW and in the diaspora. I will first of all thank them so much for the good job they did. I want to tell them that great leaders are people who see where people are ought to go, and they help them to go there.
That's right.
I know even with the computers, you know, the Al-Shabaab are using the computers to counter the government. Once we have these computers at home, I know they will also be able to help our people. Once they know about computers, they'll be able to get the information that can be able to help our country to deal with terrorism. If you go and Google how to deal with the terrorists, you will be able to get them. I Googled Al-Shabaab, I read about them. So if we have computers to schools the way we are planning to do, which is what Vision 2020 is doing, we are trying to make sure that our schools in Nikisi and Nyamira are having computers by 2020. It's a very good thing to do. The computers are cross-cutting, they help everywhere. I'm encouraging each and every person who is listening to me and is willing to support Vision 2020 not to hesitate a second to come up and help us get as many computers as we can, so that we can send to schools back at home. We're planning to have a computer harvesting day. I know we set up a team that is overseeing this. I will kindly ask the radio and the TV here, you hosted them, so that they can talk about it. They also tell us the date that we have set aside for computer harvesting, and that one will also go a long way to help our people. And it's one of the ways we will help our country to deal with terrorism.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Keep calm, man.
Thank you.
More like others.
Thank you.
These are good people, man.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you for listening to us and thank you for watching us. It's been a wonderful talk. It's been a wonderful talk for everybody. It's been one thing that is likely to make a very big difference back at home. We are trying our level best, and we're sure we're gonna do it the better that we can. For those who've been watching, it's been a Diaspora Heartbeat, and we hope that we'll be able to make a whole impact back at home. Without forgetting anybody who's been in the show, we say thank you and we love you. Until next time, thank you.